Hey everybody, we're at Herkimer County Community College in Herkimer, New York, and we're going to take a tour of the campus. This is a beautiful campus. It was built in 1966. It's part of the State University of New York college system. So we're going to come through the back gate here. The first thing we're going to take a look at, obviously, is the sports fields. And right here, you have the soccer fields. Herkimer's got some pretty competitive teams. They have soccer, they have football, baseball, and they have lacrosse. And of course, they have a lot of the other general sports. They have volleyball, softball. We're going to take it real slow here, just so you can take a peek. And down here is their stadium. And you're just seeing the back of the stadium here. You can see one of the soccer golf posts are still up, goal posts. It's really a beautifully built campus. You can tell the era about those 1960s when they were building a lot of the community colleges in upstate New York. They really spent a great deal of money here. There's a lot for students to do when they're not in the classroom. I'm just going to come around slowly. I just want you to see everything. And here's the entrance to the stadium. It's also the Veterans Memorial, Herkimer County Veterans Association. But here's the gate to that stadium. We were just seeing the back of it, and now you can see the front of it. And they've got some really nice parts here. They've got the snack bar, things like that. We're going to come down here, and we'll come back up this way because there's more to see on the other side of the road. The road goes through the center of the campus, so we're going to go down and back. There we go. You can see the scoreboard for baseball, one of the baseball fields. We're also going to pass a lot of the frisbee golf goalposts. You'll see that's big up here, frisbee golf. Now I'm going to come into the parking lot because I want to get close to the buildings. And I'm going to first go into this parking lot. See some of the school. The students should be returning in about a week or two. Usually that third week of August you start to see the staff back and some of the early students. So we're very fortunate right now. We're here without any of the students. Now, right now you're looking at the back of the theater building. They do a lot with the arts and communications. As a matter of fact, you're going to see they have their own radio station. Communication's a big part. Also on the far end of this building, they do early childhood development. They have associate's degrees in early childhood. There's their sign, the Herkimer Generals. Now you really start to see a layout of the campus. Now here's the front of the communications building. That's the technology building back there. The technology sign is up. This is where they do a lot of their computer development. Now, and there's their radio station. Remember too here that a big part of the business courses, they're probably more known for business, accounting, and marketing, small business type associate's degrees. However, everything they do now with any of that is tied into the technology field. So any of these courses, you're going to come over here to the technology building and learn more about software, AI, ML, any of those learning development things. So now we're just going to go real slow here. I want you to see. Here's one of the academic buildings. This is more for the general ed courses, mathematics, English. Here's the library. It's a very beautiful library. We were looking inside earlier. There's your bookstore. And you can walk down and around. Very well groomed campus. And by the way, parking is not a problem. There is housing here on base, and it is well within the walking distance of the classrooms. So you don't have one of those situations where you're walking all day. You're very close. The housing is very close to the campus. Just going to come around real slow this way. You can see the front of the administration building. And this is where you'd be registering for classes, college administration issues, housing issues. All right, let me go up and around. And again, you can just see, if you can focus over there a little bit, more of those administration buildings. Now I'm going to take a turn here. Like I said, we're doing it down and back because the road really does run right to the middle of the campus. And to the far right, you start to see some of the housing I was talking about. So for a community college, they have very modern housing. And remember too, a lot of the housing didn't come along till probably in the last decade or so. So you can tell when we're on these community colleges how very modern the housing looks. I'm going to take you by their sign. Try to get a focus on that sign. There you go. Welcome to Herkimer County Community College. They're known as the Fighting Generals. And what I'm going to do is go back out on the main road. Plenty of parking. It started as a traveling or a commuters type college. Parking's not an issue. And if you stay here, it's not an issue. There is a town of Herkimer that's not too far from here. You have to really walk down. That you probably would take the shuttle. Right. See some more housing. And of course, all the time you're in upstate New York. We have beautiful weather most of the year. Right now you're in August, so you're seeing kind of that height of summer before the autumn gets here. But when the autumn comes, you're looking right at the mountains. So you're going to see a lot of the beautiful colors in a couple of months. And here you see more of the freshman housing and things like that. These are the newer dorms, but they're a little bit smaller. But it's amazing how very modern housing has become in colleges, especially it's the SUNY system. Let's move down this way. Let's take a peek at these dorms. Come all the way around the parking lot so we can see the dorms. You got Hayes Hall, Kane Hall. And again, these are more the freshman housing. The other ones you were seeing for more the senior classmen. And often when they do this, they try to put people together based on their majors. So if you do take up the student housing, they try to keep you, that your roommate is in a similar major as you are. And I said to you, the thing with Herkimer Community College is the key courses are business, communications, early childhood, and technology. And within that, there's obviously a lot of sub-majors, minors, things like that. So let me come around. But, you know, this is one of those campuses. You can tell there's a pond off to the right, little watering area. You'll see the geese come in. It's a protected area. They built this on an old farm, and you can just tell how much they preserve the nature. There's a walking trail here into the woods. It's gorgeous. Always something to do right here on campus. You really have to give the college credit for the amount of extracurricular things they've developed for the students over the years, so you won't get bored. Here's another one of the baseball fields. And this is the idea that if this is baseball, the older field we saw earlier could be used for softball. So there's never any conflict between the different sports. Parking lot again. So you can see the back of the field, and you can see the part of the NGCAA, which is the National Junior College Athletic Association. Most of the community colleges are junior, considered junior level. You know, the junior rating. There we go, NGCAA. I can see it on their scoreboard actually. In the years they won various tournaments, so they've got a very active sports program. I'm going to come around. You're actually going to pass the barn, which is the only thing left from the original farm. They built this campus in 1966. They bought up an old farm, the Hayes Farm, and they changed it into the college during the big heyday of the baby boomers, as we say. When the baby boomers were coming, here they were. And I'm just kind of coming around the edge of the campus again. And I'm going to finish up right here, perfect, at the Veterans Memorial, which is also the entrance to the sports field, sports complex. Well, everybody, that's Herkimer County Community College. I appreciate you joining us today, and we'll be talking to you real soon from another college campus. If you're ever up in this area, we highly encourage you take the time to come up and visit it for yourself. Have a great day. Bye.